Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Magbass and today I'll be reacting to Pentatonix and their song The Prayer. Before I go into it, I want to just say that it's been a little bit of time since I've reacted to Pentatonix, but around about a week or so ago I reacted to Mary Did You Know from Pentatonix. Great song, they did really well, but unfortunately I wasn't able to publish it to YouTube due to massive copyright issues. I tried to find any sort of workaround I can get the video up, but unfortunately the only way I could have done it would be trimming out the entire song. So it would have literally just been like a 5-minute video of me talking about things that you haven't just heard. So it would have made zero sense. So unfortunately, that one didn't get published, but we're going to try this again with a different song and see if this one gets published. If not, obviously you won't hear this, but let's just see if we can get through a Pentatonix reaction and actually get it out to you all. So with The Prayer, I have heard the version by Bocelli and Celine Dion, which is a great version. So it'd be, have I heard any other versions of this? I might have done at some point, but yeah, if it's based on that version, I think that's the famous version. If it's based on that version, then it's going to be very interesting because it's like two people. One's doing operatic and one's just doing like a soprano type voice. So it'll be very interesting to see. Obviously, they've got the high voices with Mitch and Kirsten to do Celine's part justice, but it was going to do like an operatic sound for Bocelli, or are they just going to do maybe like lower male voices? So I suppose Scott, or the other part of this is who's the bass singer? Is it Matt in this one? I think it's Matt. I'm trying to tell by looking now. Yeah, I think it's Matt in this one. So one of them could be doing just a baritone male voice. Yeah, interesting to see what they do with this, but also the main question is, are they going to be singing in Italian? Because part of that's in Italian with Bocelli's singing. So interesting. Let's just see what they've got for us. This is Pentatonix with The Prayer.
I pray you'll be our eyes and watch us where we go and help us to be wise in times when we don't know.
Very nice. Smart choice, because he's probably the closest to Celine. I know Kirsten, being a woman, is probably pretty close too, but it's a smart choice to have Mitch doing the Celine Dion parts here. Sounds very nice. Yeah, I like that bit at the end there where he holds the note. Times when we don't know. And he does like a sort of, not a run as such, but sort of like lets it fall off there. Oh, so he just drops one note. He doesn't do two notes. I thought it was two notes after it, but he just drops one note.
This be our prayer when we lose our way. Lead us to a place, guide us with your grace to a place where we'll be.
The transition from Mitch's chest voice to head voice is just so bizarre. It's just like this. You barely notice it. It's crazy. It sounds almost the same, but you can tell he definitely went into head voice on a couple of notes there. The background are providing a good job here. I think mainly Kirsten and Scott. They might all be doing thumbs here, but there's certainly a couple of dum 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 like bell tones in the background, along with the oohs, which are keeping the whole thing together.
Just with your grace to a place where
Lead us to your grave. And he just seamlessly goes up from chest to head voice there. Very nice.
we'll be safe.
La luce che tu dai
I pray we'll find your love
nel cuore resterà
and hold it in our
a
heart.
ricordarci
When the
che
stars go
So this is interesting. So at the moment, I'm going to go back slightly and we'll carry on with this, but at the moment, it seems like they're doing a duet with Mitch and Scott, with obviously backing harmonies from the rest of them. But that's quite interesting. Are they going to switch it up at some point and change the singers? Or are they just going to do the whole song with Mitch and Scott? It's working with Mitch and Scott. I think that's probably the closest voices to Celine and Bocelli, and more fitting for the song. But are they going to change it up? Because are the others just going to be backing vocals or keeping this all together? Are they going to start adding in beatboxing? Very interesting to see how they do this. But sounds great at the moment.
our heart.
a ricordarci
When the
che
stars go out each night.
l'eterna stella sei nella mia preghiera
Let this be our prayer.
ta felice
When the shadows fill our days.
Can I just comment as well on Scott's Italian pronunciation? Sounds really good. I don't speak Italian, so I can't comment too much on it, but it sounds good. It sounds like he's really pronouncing it very well, and he's got those rolls on the R's and stuff. So, yeah, very nice job.
When the shadows fill our days.
lead us to a place
Guide us with your grace. Give us faith so we'll be safe.
a world where pain and sorrow will be ended, and every heart that's broken will be mended, and we'll remember we're all God's children, reaching out to touch Him, reaching to the sky.
Ooh, I like what they've done with that bit. So if I remember rightly, this is the section where they sing together, Bocelli and Celine Dion. So they're doing that section, but they've not gone, let's just have Scott and Mitch, who are singing this song, sing together with the backing vocals again. They've gone extra with it. They've got everybody joining in. When I say everybody joining in, Kirsten joins in, because Matt's still keeping a bass line and Kevin's doing slight beatboxing. I've not been noticing much of Kevin's beatboxing. Has he been doing much? The vocals are taking centre stage, so it's very slight if he is doing beatboxing. But I had heard something in the end there, so I'll wind it back and we'll hear this again, because that was such a great section that they just did there. Because having the extra voices there makes it just even more powerful. So very nicely done there. So what happens here? So Kevin's doing something here anyway. So let's go back slightly. I've just literally been ignoring Kevin throughout all this because the vocals are too good.
A world where pain and sorrow will be ended, and every heart that's broken will be mended.
Okay, so he's providing vocals. I thought I couldn't hear beatboxing, so he's providing vocals with Kirsten, Scott, and Mitch. That's why it sounds so full. Obviously, it would anyway add in the extra voice with Kirsten, but they've got 4 voices now singing this out, which is a very, very smart choice. The more the better for this section, because it's like the climax. It's not the climax of the song, because then they're going to go back to soft and then finish it out. But this is like the moment of the song where it really picks up before they go into the softer end of the song.
And we'll remember we're all got children reaching out to touch him, reaching to the sky.
So he did add some beatboxing element there. So there was certainly moments where he was singing along, but then he'd change it to like a doof, 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 or doof, doof, doof. So some very slight drum hits like that, just occasionally. And it was barely noticeable, but it actually works very, very well. Now I'm hearing them put in. So yeah, they're always very, very, very clever with these arrangements. They must take hours working this out and cutting bits out and everything like that and going, that doesn't work, until it's absolutely perfect. But they always get it spot on, Pentatonix. Interesting, very nice, but interesting. I'm so intrigued by how they're doing this. So they've chose to keep that momentum that they just built up from that other section, rather than go back to Scott and Mitch doing this part. They've decided to keep it higher. So they've like got 2 Celines now in a way, but so Mitch is probably singing slightly lower than he was doing in the rest of the song, and Kirsten's singing very high. But Kirsten's taking over the Celine part, and Mitch is taking over the Bocelli part, but they're not at the same pitches that the original artists were singing. Now they're higher, which is very, very interesting. But it works very well because they're keeping everything they just built up in that last section into this one. And if I remember rightly, I might be getting it slightly wrong, but I believe Celine on that bit does another soul to love and like runs on the 2. She chose to run on the soul, another soul to love. Very interesting. There's subtle differences there in the way they've done this that they've just gone, I'll just do that slightly differently, but it works just as well. And you all know I love Scott and Kirsten's voices. They're just unbelievable. And Kirsten joining in here, and this bit sounds just amazing. I could listen to this bit all day.
Let this be our prayer. Let this be our prayer. Just like every child. Just like every child.
I'll go back again and start this section again, but I just want to say now they've gone back to how I expected them to do it just before that bit. But I like the way they prolonged before they went back down into the soft climax of the song here. Now we're back to Mitch and Scott, who sang the start of this song. Mitch has gone back up to a much softer tone in his head voice there, and Scott is now doing the Bocelli part again.
Let this be our prayer. Let this be our prayer. Just like every child. Just like every child needs to find a place. Guide us with your grace. Give us faith so we'll be saved. Needs to find a place. Guide us with your grace. Give us faith so we'll be saved.
Ooh, what a nice way to end it. So, yeah, vocal masterclass throughout that. I love the fact that the beatboxing came in subtle moments that you would barely notice it, like, because you don't want the beatboxing to take over, like, and be so harsh on this one, like, because it'd just be like, what's going on here? Why is the beatboxing over the prayer? But he still beatboxes on the song, and yet it works. Like, you wouldn't think beatboxing and the prayer would work, but it does, because he's doing it so subtly, and every now and then just adding like dum, 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 when it's like really picking up. Very, very smart. The bass, I've not really commented much on Matt, but he's just keeping it all together there. It's barely noticeable because there's so many high voices throughout, but you can hear it in the background, just a solid, just dum, dum, just keeping everything smooth.
Give us faith so we'll be saved.
And that little pause there. Give us faith so we'll be very, very nice. And instead of keeping that sort of same tempo there, going, they didn't keep it as harsh as that. They quieted it down, and like, obviously the camera's even panned out further as well, which makes it even better. But they've gone like, you know what I mean? Instead of everything's just got quieter on that last note, and it just made it so much better. I think it would have been too much if they'd gone. It would have still been good, but this is just so much better. Such a smart thing to do. Like, not many people would think to do that and go, oh no, can we just have it go? Like, oh, just they are too good at what they do.
Give us faith so we'll be saved.
Hey! Thank you guys so much for watching our cover of The Prayer. We hope you loved it.
Absolutely. Now make sure to check out our top tracks on this playlist. I don't know, somewhere on the screen.
I might figure it out. And guys, we're going back on tour.
Yeah. Tour dates are in the description box below. We'll see you there.
Yeah, amazing. What was that blow of kiss there at the end by Scott? He had to make that sound. Yeah, amazing. Very, very, very nice job. Yeah, as he said, I hope you loved it. I did. Yeah, you smashed it. Beyond what I expected. Like, the fact that you kept it so true to the original, yeah, made subtle changes, and especially in the arrangement side of things, obviously you made subtle changes with the slight vocals and stuff, and yeah, the bell tones. Yeah, did your Pentatonix spin on it, and I like that. But you kept it very, very structured to how the original was, which is just, that's how you do a cover. Like, just absolutely smash it. It's hard to say that was better than Celine and Bocelli because they sung it differently. They had the operatic style with Celine's voice and everything like that. That was the contrast, the original, the OG, and it was very, very, very well done, obviously. But Pentatonix, I love what they did with it and the changes they made to suit them, and it was just as perfect. So very well done. Yeah, love that. As always, give Pentatonix a like and subscribe. And the original video, I'll link it in the description. Feel free to give me a like and subscribe, and hopefully you've seen this reaction and it hasn't been copyrighted, but who knows. Anyway, see you next time. Bye for now.